No city can exist without you, the importer. No industry can be built without you, the exporter. Economy is nothing without you, the trade worker. Dreams made real from the goods you deliver. Yesterday, you issued a bill of exchange. Today, you'll meet the carrier lady and sign the bill of lading. Ate the bread your wife was baking. Hello, Asla, co-creator of your own reality. Welcome to Asla's Bread, the only place that fuels you to quantum leap your current finances and become a lifetime winner. Your day to walk away from the matrix is here. And drop to the port at 8:30, you can't be late, don't keep it waiting. Delivered to the paid, letter of credit for remailing. At the container yard, you met a dog with car. In safe handler gloves, safety boots from Skechers, and helmet from Zosa. Is a caterpillar, bridge taker, operator. Is that your 3-liter pub? Coffee containers. Lift on is covered by expeditors, straightforwarders. They'll pay to LIBOR for using their overhead cranes built by them up. Your coffee loaded onto express feeders, destined for America within a month, thanks to Kendata and X-Transfer. You got your permanent account number, importer-exporter code number, your home export business registered, raw coffee beans, your product, its unique flavor, makes seeds stand out, it pleases Starbucks, your US importer. You do your documenting on Incodocs, tracking on Chicago, accounting on Xero, and marketing on HubSpot. You co-creating your own reality, yo. You practically, literally living your dreams, yo. Can't exist without you, the importer. No industry can be built without you, the exporter. Economy is nothing without you, the trade worker. Dreams made real from the goods you deliver. Fine afternoons, cool breeze reminds you of bluefish, striped wahoo, and bluefins. You love fried chinook and rooster fish that you're striking loose. And Okuba reefs, you lines from Sigu and Gugan seeds. Doing a fine game of foods on a Jupiter 30. No tide, sea so smooth, both spinning on a Luna fancy. Taking striking with fishing, have the Duke ready. You lifelining just for your school with the slingshot technique. You cried fish on, and pulled. A blue marlin flew up, landing. He tried to slip off as you dropped it in the fistula SE. Retied your split shot and spoon. Place where no doubt you love that sea. Rosens fly fishing with a reef rod and lure. Yo-yo in the Lanka, a tuna, flatfin. He got excited and tiptoed and smokes. Ran it over and pulled up that fish. You screamed, fish time, love speedo and cook. Total catch in the coolest that city can't exist without you, the importer. No industry can be built without you, the exporter. Economy is nothing without you, the trade worker. Dreams made real from the goods you deliver. Hello there. I hope you enjoyed watching my music video. It dramatizes an export trading worker who enjoys fishing whenever he's not working. I'm going to use the music video to explain and demonstrate some important life-changing concepts, so keep watching. Asla, according to Statista.com, it is estimated that there are approximately 3.5 billion people employed worldwide. These are employees who are working in a so-called 9-to-5 job. Many a times, we hear some of these people go on the internet and express their frustrations and dissatisfactions on these jobs. They say things like their jobs keep them stuck in a rut, or they're working a dead-end job, or it's keeping them just above broke. Today, I'll show you the real reasons why people get depressed with their jobs and how you can leverage your job to achieve success. All this and more featured in the first principle mindset of financial growth. First principle mindset of financial growth has 5 facets.
This is number 1.
Not everything money can buy. This video is all about how you can utilize your time and available resources to make money. But yet, I have to confess that money is only a facilitator of true happiness, and true happiness is also worth some of your time. For example, an angler finds his true excitement and happiness in game fishing, and so money can buy him fishing equipment like rods, lines, lures, reels, jiggets, and maybe a fishing boat or fishing license in some countries. But money cannot buy him that excitement and thrill his catches bring him, or even buy him specific benefits of fishing, such as breathing of fresh air, eating healthy, relieving the mind from busy work schedules, getting vitamin D in his catches, relief from stress or depression, social bonding, exercise and fitness, and the appreciation of nature. These are invaluable benefits reserved only for dedicated anglers or fishermen, if you like. So, if you have an interest or passion for fishing, then I encourage you to keep pursuing that desire of your heart, because it is certainly worth it. Like I just said, this video is only for those who really feel the need to cut down on other exciting activities in their lives in order to divert those times to money-making activities.
Visit number 2.
Understand how life works. Your first year into a job is usually a very exciting year, especially after graduating from a tertiary institution. You open your first pay packet and feel a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. It may not be much, but yet it looks like it's a lot. This is simply because your intellectual value was somewhat equal to the value of the job you were doing at the time. So you just enter a new chapter in your life and the vibes are very good. This very high spirit of work increases as years pass until you reach the peak year, and then you begin to experience a downward trend on this vibe. Now, peak year is different for different individuals and the type of jobs they're in. This is usually when you see people coming out on the internet and expressing their frustrations and dislikes about their 9 to 5 jobs. It's when most people begin to have the desire to quit their jobs and go on to do something else. The sad fact is that 80% of them will never make it out of their jobs, despite their desires to quit, and 10% will quit and then end up in disaster because of lack of proper, timely planning. Okay, I have two important questions. Question number one, why do people begin to dislike their 9 to 5 jobs, which they loved at the first place? The answer, it is because they begin to realize that the money they were earning was not enough all along, as they feel that they deserve better now. And question number two, so why realize this now? Why not realize this at the beginning? The answer, that is because they loved the job when their own intellectual value was somewhat equal to the value of that job back then. But over the years, their intellectual value has increased through personal development. But the value of the job they were doing remained more or less the same. So it is the imbalance between these two different values that is building up this momentum of frustrations and dislikes for the job they once loved. This is the real reason why people get depressed with their 9 to 5 jobs. Period. So, what should they do?
Visit number 3.
The 3 levels of quantum leap. Asla, if you are an employee working a 9 to 5 job and you often feel the urge to quit it because you feel that you got potential to do better and earn 10 times more, then listen carefully because you surely can. Okay, first of all, now that you know the real reason why you've grown to hate your 9 to 5 job, you should erase that negative mentality and replace it with a positive one. That's called reprogramming or rewiring your mind. So, instead of hating your current job, I urge you to wake up to the fact that nothing in this universe is a mistake, and so is your job. You have manifested it yourself, whether you like it or not. See, you are the only one who had made so many final decisions along the way that have compounded over time to lead you to this very job. And so, you are the only one who can from now on make so many other kinds of final decisions that can also compound over time and lead you to other financial benefits. So, regard your job as a stepping stone and budget your time and salary smartly so that it can help you pave a way out of your job. Find a side hustle that you can really manage whilst on your current job, something that has the potential to grow from humble beginnings into a giant and make you filthy rich over the course of your lifetime. Now, side hustles come in three different levels where hustlers like yourself can possibly experience financial quantum leaping. They are the basic, advanced, and the highly advanced levels of quantum leaping. The basic level of financial quantum leaping can be accomplished when an employee has one side hustle. For instance, the export trading worker in the music video you watched earlier could package his experiences on a short course titled How to Successfully Launch Your Own Export Business and sell it on online learning platforms such as Podia, WizIQ, and Udemy. The advanced level of financial quantum leaping can be accomplished when an employee has two side hustles. For instance, the export trading worker in the music video could sell courses online and also open and run a chain of coffee shops where he could roast and grind his own locally made coffee and sell it as well. The highly advanced level of financial quantum leaping can be accomplished when an employee has more than two side hustles. For instance, our export trading worker could 1. Compile and sell import-export courses online, 2. Run a chain of coffee shops, and 3. Operate an import-export consultancy firm.
Facet number 4.
Time travel into your financial future. In Facet 3, I advised you to regard your current 9 to 5 job as a stepping stone and budget your time and salary smartly. Let me give you an example of what this means. Okay, let's say our export trading worker in the music video goes fishing 3 days every week, where he spends around 7 hours each day. That would be 21 hours spent on fishing each week. If he cancels 2 of those 3 days and divert the 14 hours to a money-making activity, such as creating a short import-export course to sell online, then in 1 year, he would have 728 hours to do that side hustle. This is a classical example of smart use of time. Now, what about smart use of salary? According to jeeprecruiter.com, the annual average salary for an export trading worker living in Seattle in the USA is $58,360 US. And according to onlight.com, the estimated monthly living costs for a single person living in Seattle is around $3,644 US. That means the annual living cost would be around $43,728. So, in 1 year, an export trading worker living in Seattle would save around $14,632 US. This is where smart use of salary comes in. If the export trading worker just keeps saving that amount for 15 years, then it would accumulate to around $219,480 US. But if he removes around 30% of his annual savings every year and divert it to a few good side hustles, then it would increase his total 15 year savings by 3 or 4 times more, or even 10 times more, depending on what kinds of side hustles he is engaged in. And for an employee, such a time would be the right time to transit from a 9 to 5 job to doing a side hustle full-time successfully, instead of quitting too early without establishing other decent financial progresses like that. Just before we go into our final facet, listen, hustler. The most powerful tool that you can use to achieve massive success is called a reminder. Now, a reminder is anything you view or listen to that triggers you to think of something else. See, our brains were not designed to repeat itself on auto. It was instead designed to react to what is perceived by the 5 senses, a monkey see, monkey do kind of nature. It is therefore Our job to keep reminding our brains every day in order for it to keep repeating what we want it to think and process to achieve our goals effectively. If our duty to remind it constructively gets overlooked and neglected, then it weakens the brain's full capacity to regulate our instructions, and that results in poor or reduced outcomes of our overall manifestations. This is a principle of neuroplasticity called use it or lose it. So if you feel that my videos like this one could serve as ideal reminders that could catapult you forward, then you may want to do yourself justice by subscribing.
Facet number 5.
A side hustle success story. You know, they say success leaves clues. So let me introduce you to Jamsetji Tata, an export trading worker also, just like the one dramatized in the music video. Jamsetji Tata is the son of Nusawanji Tata, an Indian who owned an export trading firm in Mumbai. Jamsetji worked in his father's export trading firm until he was 29, and then in 1968 he founded his own side hustle, a trading company also. He later ventured into other businesses and his company just kept expanding. He passed away in 1904 at the age of 65 and is succeeded by his children and grandchildren. Today, this worldwide conglomerate is known as the Tata Group, worth around 403 billion US dollars. Its current chairman is Natarajan Chandrasekaran. Interested? Click the link in the description box and find out more about Tata Group yourself.